Okay, we're very happy to welcome now Colin from Crips. I'm with you. The force is with you, Colin. So we're back to the barley. We're back to the element, and I'm very happy to have Colin here to make the link with Frédéric, because we will see that the research is circular. The family is working on the same field in a different place now, and Crips is really leading in this field. Please, Colin.
Can't even see you. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in the cloud. I'm coming.
Oh my God, there you are.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
It's disembodied voice. The voice of God.
Love you.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Colin Johnston. I'm from Crisp Malt in the UK. First of all, I just want to, it won't be the first, it won't be the last, but a massive round of applause once again for Alex and Noam for putting this all together. What an incredible achievement. We've all been sitting for the past few years behind our Zoom screens in our spare bedrooms, desperately hoping that we would be able to attend events like this once again, because this industry, as you all know, this is what it thrives on. It's about people coming together and sharing ideas and cooperating. And really, that's kind of the theme of my short talk this morning. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you a 4-hour technical seminar on the malting of barley. We can talk about that later on for anyone that's interested. But really, thematically, I want to talk about why we're here as maltsters, why you're all here as distillers and brewers. And thank you so much to Frédéric for really giving me a nice impulse into my talk, speaking about barley and the diversity of barley. Before I really tap into the why I'm here, I want to talk a little bit about Chevalier, as you mentioned. So I was really fortunate enough to come to the distillery last September and taste some of the Chevalier and Maris Otter spirits that are resting now in the barrels at the distillery. The Chevalier project, now Chevalier is a barley variety, the very first ever selected landrace variety in the UK, going back to 1820, so a very long time ago. Before then, you looked at a field of barley and it had massive genetic diversity. It was a mixed population, purely there by nature, not put there really by the merchant or the farmer or the seed developer, but put there by nature. And the story of Chevalier is that one day a farm labourer knocked a few grains of barley out of his boot. It landed in the farm garden, and the next spring it sprouted up, and by harvest it had produced a very proud ear of barley. And the landowner, the Reverend Dr. John Chevalier, not just a doctor, but also a reverend, he must have been very busy at school, came along and said, "That's a very nice ear of barley. Why don't we malt that and find out what it tastes like?" And they did, and ultimately the rest is history. For the next 150 years or so, Chevalier became the dominant barley variety in the UK, and eventually found its genetics found their way all around the world. It was last cultivated commercially in Australia in the 1960s, and then it died out. Because, like Frédéric said, distillers, brewers, they were looking for yield. The business was really driven by the accountants, by economics. How much more beer can we get out of a ton of barley? How much more spirit can we get out of a ton of barley? And really that took over. It wasn't so much an assessment of flavor when new barley varieties came to the market. It was about yield. And it has been that way for a long, long time. And it wasn't really until the artisans started coming back into the industry, artisans like yourselves, that started asking the questions, why are we doing this? Why are we chasing yield? Because something has been lost along the way. And through the conversations between maltsters and farmers and distillers and brewers, we really started to realize that, yeah, something had indeed been lost. And so about 10, 12 years ago, a conversation started happening where we really started to seriously look at, well, these seeds, they're still there. Luckily, our forebears decided that they would put those seeds into a seed vault, and they were sitting there quite happily, resting away. Barley has incredible resilience, longevity. And so we started working with the John Innes Centre. Now, the John Innes Centre is a crop research institute in the southeast of England, in the county where my company is from, in Norfolk. The JIC, as it's known, before that, it was the Plant Breeding Research Institute, which developed Maris Otter in the 1960s. And before that, it can trace its roots right back 100-odd years to the early days of plant research, going back to when Plumage Archer, for example, the very first cross barley variety was being developed at Warminster Maltings. So there's a great history there in the preservation and the development of barley varieties. So we started working with the John Innes Centre to start to revive these barley varieties and really find out if there was something in them from a flavour perspective. Not only that, but also from a disease resistance and a drought resistance as well. Because the challenges that we're starting to face in the farming world require cooperation. They require some new thinking, not just maybe going down the road of genetic manipulation, but actually looking to nature, looking to the genetics that already exists in nature to try and unlock and solve the problems that we're going to face in the future. So we started looking at these barley varieties from 100, 150 years ago. Now, when you grow a barley variety and then you malt it, we can chew on it. That's not, it doesn't tell us an awful lot about the flavor. It's not until we put it into the hands of brewers and distillers that we then start to discover if something truly has been lost. And we discovered that, yes, something truly has been lost. And thank you so much to the likes of Chateau de Broye for having the faith in actually working with these older varieties. And it's been an amazing journey, actually, that we've been on as a company over these past 10 years, starting first with Chevalier and then working with Plumage Archer. The most recent one that we've revived is the barley variety Hana, which is from the Hana Valley in Czech Moravia, which was the very first barley variety used in Pilsen in 1842. And that's been an incredible story as well, looking at the flavor benefits that we can get, these incredible, rich, bready flavors that we get from these barleys, this Hana variety. So, yeah, it's been an incredible journey that we've been on, but it wouldn't have happened without that cooperation. And I suppose that's really what I wanted to talk about, is the cooperation between the maltsters and the brewers and the distillers and the farmers. Alex is creeping on. Yes?
Collaboration.
Collaboration, yeah. Because I don't think collaboration really happens from behind a Zoom screen. It happens face to face, heart to heart. I first met Alex 5-6 years ago at a masterclass at East London Liquor Company. Another Alex is here from ELLC today. A company that's very dear to my heart. Just last week, 2 weeks ago, we held a distilling seminar there at East London, and we brought together 20 or so distillers to do exactly what we're doing today, to cooperate, to discuss, to learn from each other. And without that, then, the industry doesn't work, ultimately. So really, for today, I don't want to bombard you with information about Crips as a business. We've been around for 150 years. We hope to be around for another 150 years. But the only way that will happen is by working with you guys and having those discussions about, what is it that you need? How are we going to survive together? How are we going to protect the land? Because without the barley, without the soil, then it's all for nothing. So really, for me, it's an absolute privilege to be here, and I'm here to learn as well. So I very much hope that I'm able to have the time to have discussions with all of you over the coming days, whether that be over a beer or a whiskey or a coffee. But please, come and find me and talk to me about, what are the challenges that you're facing? What are the innovations that you need from the land and from the farmers? Because as maltsters, that's what we're here to do. We're here to connect you back to the land. Once again, it's a privilege to be here.
Well, Thomas, we've been traveling the world with my Scottish bro. At the beginning, I had to set up my hearing because...
Can you understand my accent?
Yeah, it's much better. And same on this side, for sure. So anyway, we've been traveling the world together because very early in our collaboration, we realized that the efficiency was to be two brain, two vision of what you're doing at the same moment we are visiting you. Because you feed your production with our production. But when you talk to us, because we don't produce the liquid, you talk the same. This is the same difficulties, same challenge, same vision, and to receive that message at the same moment, but to analyze with all our experience and team behind what you say and debrief it and make a fantastic cuisine with this, and then deliver to you when it's absolutely digest and wow. And we've seen how the whole family take benefit of that, and it's also so cross-border on your side, because we've seen a lot of collaboration between brewers, distillers, winemakers appear. We will welcome very soon Sophie and Fermentis, and we will talk about that because wow, innovation, as say Philippe, is going so fast, and this COVID, hopefully, in our crazy life where we don't sleep and we're so excited about what we do, COVID give us for once we can just make the rhythm a little bit slower, less focus on the outside and maybe more concentrate in the capsule and to just enhance the whole things we were absorbing. And I think it's very important. I mean, it's a positive message that, okay, it's the end of COVID, fine, we will have other things. But wow, we're so ready now to release the future in a better position, I guess. Huh?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, very much so. Great.
Voilà, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Well.